railways account for about 30% of the modal share in the country in volumes. In terms of volume kilometers, that is net ton kilometers, accounts for about 36% today. There was a mention made that practically everything moves by road. I would like to just clarify that it's a mixed bag. You see, the commodities like ores, the coal, for example, 70% of the coal production in the country moves by rail, coal transported moves by rail. 81% of the fertilizer manufactured and transported moves by rail. 56% of the iron ore moves by rail. However, when it comes to other commodities like cement 46% moves by rail, food grains 18% moves by rail, and petroleum products 22% moves by rail, the rest by pipelines and And most importantly, containers, about 20% only moves by rail today. When I was told about this conference on Andhra Pradesh as a multimodal logistics hub, it was a curious thing for me also, because one of the things which we have been observing is that even though the ports on the eastern coast, we have good ports, whether it is Chennai, now Krishnapatnam, Vizag, Gangavaram, and further up, the share of container that is handled in the eastern ports is very poor as compared to that on the western ports. Overall, if we have around 8 million TEUs being handled in the Indian ports, we have only around 2 million or less than 2 million being handled on the eastern ports. We really need to reflect as to why that is so. And if Andhra Pradesh has to come up as a multimodal logistics hub and has to play its role in promoting the movement of finished products, movement of white goods, promote the manufacturing industry competitiveness, it is absolutely essential that this percentage should go up, and there should be more movement of containers, more container movement actually getting generated. Even from the city of Hyderabad, the containers basically go to JNPT. I was in Chennai port and Krishnapatnam port recently, basically last month, and again found that while Chennai port does handle a fair amount of container traffic, even much less than what is the capacity that the port can handle, even though they've got a new terminal now and they're proposing a third terminal. Krishnapatnam, the container handling is not good. It's only around, maybe because it's beginning, but they handle overall over 20 million tons of cargo, and only 60,000 TEUs of containers are handled. Similarly, in Vizag also, I was talking to the chairman or deputy chairman, Vizag Port Trust. He was again mentioning that there is tremendous potential for container movement from these ports from Vizag, but somehow that has to just make a beginning. The point I was making was that if we need to improve competitiveness, particularly in the manufacturing goods, and we need to reduce the logistics costs, there is definitely need to handle more container traffic overall on the eastern ports.